welcome. Neevu Hengidere. Why Neevu Hengidere and what is Neevu Hengidere? Well, it is a Kannada salutation because this week is all about Kannada cinema with Kantara being the talk of the town. No. The talk of the country. Yes, I'm Atika Farooqui and this week is an interesting mix of the old and the very, very bold and the brand new. Let's begin with the headlines. Kantara is one of the finest films that you will watch this year. Do not forget to catch it in cinemas with family. Janhvi Kapoor talks about making the survivor drama Mili. And singer Yo Honey Singh is taking us to Paris and working on an album which is family friendly. To begin with, let us please talk about Kantara. Director Vetri Maran had said, the more local you go, the more global you become in storytelling. The super success of Rishabh Shetty's Kantara is a spectacular example of local stories, familiar folklore, real faces, local conflicts and politics, and a brilliant team of writers, actors and a director who envisioned a simple world full of interesting stories and anecdotes that all come together to make a compelling watch in a cinema hall. Rishabh Shetty as Kambala, a local buffalo race champion who comes to loggerheads with an upright forest officer, Murali, played by the brooding Kishore, is a story set in a village in Keradi in coastal Karnataka. In 1847, a king agrees with Panjurli Devya, or an animist form of spirit worshipped by the locals of Udupi, to trade the forest land to the local tribes in exchange for peace and happiness by Devya. Though the Devya agrees, the tribal people warn the king that the family of the Devya would follow the deity and an attempt to go back on the word will incur the wrath of the Guliga Devya. Almost 1.5 centuries later, the king's successor gets consumed by greed and demands the tribal people to give the land back during the Bhutakala festival and warns about going to court. This mystical forest called Kantar is a story of land, its politics, mythology, belief, culture and class divide. The film, not a single moment gives you a dip in the screenplay. Gives you that traditional theatrical experience by directors like Manmohan Desai or K. Asif, where the story was paramount and the screenplay does not let you bat an eyelid. The best part about the film is the writing and the direction and the lead performance by Rishabh Shetty, a gem from Kannada cinema that has been under the wraps. He is a prodigy. He invests his heart and soul in those high-octane, raw, high physical energy demanding intense scenes, from the buffalo race Kambala to the 45 minutes of extended climax that I bet you would not have seen anywhere in any Hindi film. Vada raha. Challenge le lijiye. This man deserves a standing ovation and all the awards this year. Deva Nartakas are shown in a way that would make you love your local folklore. We loved Ben-Hur and Gone with the Wind and 300. Here is our own Ben-Hur, laced with humor, outstanding cinematography by Arvind S. Kashyap with B. Ajanish Loknath's score. Actually a hair-raising musical score for this film. Bhutakola, a spirit worship ritual depicted in the movie Kantara, is the reason why this makes for refreshing viewing, as Indian celluloid loves spectacle and a good dance of colours. Actor Kishore, whom we had also seen in She, is so restrained as that forest officer that from being virtually the antagonist, he suddenly becomes an equal hero in the plot. On the flip side though, I wish the love story could have been developed from the start, saving us that age-old school romance, as it was not needed in the film, and the film storyboard was way above that treatment. In all, the film is perfect festival release. It can be watched by the entire family. Go for it. Watch it in a theatre near you. In 2019, a Malayalam film had released by the name of Helen, which was a story about a girl who works in a fast food restaurant and gets trapped in the cold storage of that restaurant for many hours. It's a hair-raising story that also got the National Award for that director in that year. Now the same story is being made in Hindi by the same director, and we have Janhvi Kapoor playing Mili. Not Helen, but Mili this time. I meet up with Janhvi Kapoor and we talk about this film. Janhvi,
Hi.
what a lovely trailer.
Thank you.
And I loved the way you were dying to survive, as the trailer says.
Our intention with the film is to give the audiences a new kind of experience. It validates a theatrical release because it's a theatrical experience, the way that it's been shot, especially the freezer portions. So yeah, I'm excited for the audiences to witness and experience something new.
And how much time did you take to shoot that film? Because the film mentions the girl is from Bombay and then she moves to Canada. So have you actually shot in 2 countries or?
No, we actually only shot in Dehradun.
Okay.
She's based in Dehradun. And I think we were in Dehradun for about a month and a half. We shot for 6 days outside of the freezer, and then we were supposed to shoot only 10 days in the freezer, but we ended up shooting for 21 days in the freezer because conditions got really tough and people started falling sick. And
so it's a real freezer where you had shot?
Yes, we built a freezer that was at minus 15 degrees at all times, sometimes more or less by a couple degrees. But yeah.
Wow. So what's the technique of shooting inside a freezer? How did you?
Oh, it's tough.
The chattering of the teeth and the
I think
freezing of the tongue.
that was the point. I think that's what the director wanted, Mathukutti sir. He said that shivering and goosebumps and like
It cannot be made up.
You can't fake that. And plus the scenes inside the freezer are so complex that he didn't want me to worry about the tempo of my breathing and shivering. So he's like, I just want to build a freezer, which is how they shot the Malayalam film as well.
Also.
But I think they managed to shoot that in 9 days. We took a little longer because we felt very sick, and then our camera equipment, actually the camera couldn't take the temperature, so a lot of times the camera would shut down because it was too cold. So there would be like frost on the glass, and there were a lot of issues.
Janhvi, even when I watch a lot of regional cinema, I feel so challenged. Kya ho raha hai? And for you who's in that zone, how do you prepare yourself creatively? Are you watching regional cinema? Do you watch world cinema?
Yeah, of course, all of the above, because I think that those stories are so colloquial and original and also interesting and diverse, and their stories are so human. I'm a huge fan of Malayalam cinema, huge fan of directors like Vetrimaran and Alphonse, actresses like Sai Pallavi, Kirti Suresh. I'm a huge fan of, I mean, my first film was a remake of a regional film, Sairat. So,
of course.
So it's been embedded in me.
Right. So the director of this movie, Mathukutti Xavier, he directed his first film and got the National Award.
Yeah, he's a very bright young man.
What are the tenets of a director who is that bright? Kya khasiyat hoti hai?
Clarity.
Clarity.
Clarity and passion.
Passion.
And just a genuine love for cinema. Like he wants to tell a story because he's so thrilled by the storytelling of it, not for any other agenda. Like it's a vision that he won't rest till it's consummated, and he's so intelligent and efficient in doing it, and his aesthetic is great. He's just great. I'm a huge Mathukutti Xavier fan.
Mr. Boni Kapoor, who's the producer of this film, Mili, has also in the last 2 years produced Tamil films, Telugu films. Some of these are Vakil Saab. You watched Pink. This is the Telugu version of Pink, Vakil Saab. Then Jeet Ki Zid Hindi, then Valimai Tamil, Nenjiku Nidhi Tamil, then Vitla Vishesham Tamil, Mili Hindi, Medan Hindi. Then in 2023, Mr. Boni Kapoor is making Thunivu, which is a Tamil film. Now your father has been doing so much. Our Hindi film industry has been going through a big transitional phase with all this OTT and the exposure, of course, you know that, of different cinema. Even the Malayalam cinema and the Tamil cinema and the Telugu cinema commercially is also taking center stage, and critically is also, people in Hindi speaking audiences are kind of really liking them. So how are you actors recalibrating your world now?
I think as actors and as creative minds, what we need to keep in mind is that following filmmaking or any kind of art is not a reflection of following trends or popular opinion.
Correct.
If we made art based on popular opinion, it would defeat the purpose. I think in order for your art to stay relevant, it needs to come from a place of your truth. and how you perceive the world, because that will always be fresh and original.
Just give me a sense of how your a week or month looks like. How many scripts do you get now, probably in a month, and how many do you discard, or which ones are the ones that get you interested?
I find it very hard to sit in narrations of films that are not interesting.
Okay.
Or that don't resonate with me. I think it's one of the hardest things that an actor has to do. So I prefer actually reading a script. I prefer getting a brief, and then if the brief is exciting, then I'll take the script and read it. I think it depends. I think in the past couple of months, I've actually gotten more offers than I would before that. So I think it depends on what kind of work you're putting out.
What kind of work you're putting out. And what do you think is the universe sensing about you based on the work that you've been putting out?
That I like doing roles in which I'm in distress. Because I'm only getting scripts where I'm like really distressed. Or I'm getting like, anyway, like I have to do Nadiyo Par 3 times and leave. It's never like an in-between, it's either or.
Very interesting. Janhvi, आलिया को भट्ट साहब काफ़ी गाइड करते हैं कि इसमें एक एक्टर के खिलने की गुंजाइश है, वो खिल के बाहर आएगा. Does बोनी जी tell you कि स्क्रिप्ट में एक्टर ऐसे?
वो मुझे इतना, I think his main struggle with me.
What is his struggle with you?
His main struggle with me is that he thinks that I'm underconfident.
Oh.
He never has an opinion about ye karo, ye mat karo, wo mat karo, ye mat karo, but I think he always has this fear that I'm selling myself short. That's his
hardly
only
25, 26, it's okay.
Yeah, I was like, now's the time, like I'll sell myself short now only now.
To make mistakes,
yeah,
fine. And Janhvi, we're in a good phase where, like, we saw you in an episode of Coffee with Karan, where you were with Sarah.
Yeah.
And then earlier it was like build up a chemistry between a girl and a boy, so that there's an opportunity for them to be cast in a film, and then वो एक PR exercise हो जाएगी. And two girls would never be touted as, you know, कि ये friends हैं and this and that.
I think we have great chemistry, me and Sarah.
Talk about that.
I mean, I genuinely do.
And it's all genuine, right? It's not a PR thing at all, right?
No, क्या मिलेगा हमें इसमें से PR करके?
दोस्त भी तो चाहिए जिंदगी में.
हाँ, तो दोस्त PR करने से थोड़ी ना मिलते हैं.
यही मैं कह रही हूँ कि there are some good friendships.
I think more than any of that, I think it's just that it's as simple as I enjoy her company, and I think she enjoys my company, and I think we're easy around each other, and I think there are things that we can understand about each other that not many other people can, and I think maybe Karan picked up on that because he's interacted with us quite a bit together.
Yeah.
And so we went on the show.
I would love to see both of you in a film.
I would too.
And maybe some director somewhere is thinking about a story.
I think a couple are.
Yeah, some like Charlie's Angels with 2 women, something like that. Okay, coming back to Mili. So Mili releases on 4th of November.
Yes.
4th of November in the cinema halls.
Yes.
And then on OTT.
Yes.
And we don't know when on OTT.
We don't know when.
That's a
could be never.
So go and grab the ticket, right?
Yeah.
That's a good strategy. Interesting. Also, what does your kitty looks like right now? What are the other projects that you're doing?
So I finished shooting for Bawal with Nitesh sir and Varun and
Nitesh Tiwari.
Yes.
Wow.
And, yeah. And I'm right now in the middle of shooting Mr. and Mrs. Mahi with Sharan, who I did Gunjan with, and Raj, who I think it's such a blessing to work with such a gifted actor like him.
Raj?
Kumar Rao.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. And I have Mili releasing. So far it's this.
So great, all the best for this thriller.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to be thrilled by the movie. Thank you, Janhvi.
Thank you so much.
Time for a short break on the show, but don't you go anywhere, because on the other side we have Yo Honey Singh, and he has the perfect Diwali gift for everyone. Welcome back to Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqui. Coming up next is a tell-all interview with singer Yo Honey Singh about his latest chartbuster. Now, he's also made his next album, which by the way he says is the first album that is meant for the entire family. Good Lord. Yes, we needed that from him. And he also reveals why he wants to launch the first hip-hop singer in the country. He also gives us a Diwali melody. So here is the special interview with my colleague Vishal Chatkara.
मैनू है मिली तू दिल लगाया जेड़ा रब ने तेरे नाल खेड रचाया केड़ा कुड़ियां जग ते होनी बथेरियां हुन सिंगल बैचलर यो है बस तेरा चाहना किन्ना चाहना तैनू दस्सां बेबी यू डोंट गेट इट रोना किन्ना रोना तैनू दस्सां बेबी छट forget it forever 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 then I together.
Oh, nice. Welcome to CNN News 18, Yo Honey Singh. That was, of course, your brand new song titled Together Forever. Everybody is talking about your new songs right now. Would you agree that this is the return of Yo Honey Singh?
No, it's just the beginning, what I believe. It's just a warm-up. Actually, my third album is ready. The name of the album is Honey 3.0. It's actually my third version. And somebody gave this name to me. It's a solo album. I wrote the whole album by myself, composed it by myself. That album gonna be something very different. Honey 3.0 में एक भी शराब का गाना नहीं है, एक भी नशे के ऊपर गाना नहीं है, और ऐसा कुछ नया है जो लोग सोच भी नहीं सकते.
You mean to say ये पूरी फैमिली एंटरटेनर जैसा होगा कि पूरी फैमिली सुन सकती है उस गाने को?
बिल्कुल 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 बिल्कुल. मेरे साथ ऐसा हो रहा था कि मैं थोड़े से नॉटी लिरिक्स लिखता था, लोग पसंद करते थे उसको, तभी लिखता था. लेकिन काफी ऐसी ऑडियंस थी जो मुझसे छूट रही थी, और वो कंटेंट रेडियो पे नहीं चल पा रहा था, वो कंटेंट टेलीविजन पे नहीं चल पा रहा था. तो मैंने कहा मेरे पास 1 बिलियन लोग हैं इस हिंदुस्तान में, मेरे बहन है, मेरे भाई हैं, मेरे को वो सब चाहिए. तो मैंने हनी 3.0 एल्बम पूरी इसी तरह से डिजाइन करी है कि पूरी फैमिली सुनेगी, नाचेगी, गाएगी, पागल हो जाएगी.
Talking about Paris ka trip, that's the other song which you dropped few days ago. To me, that is going to be the song of the year from the indie space. It sounds like that old-fashioned lady sangeet song at a Punjabi wedding, where someone start playing dholki, and how lyrics start flowing in Punjabi in the form of boliyan. What was your approach when you started work on this song?
Actually, Milind wrote the song. He was sending me demos for past 2 years. When he made me hear this track, I said, this track is phenomenal. I'm going to produce it. I'm going to make the music of it. So I started my career in Punjab. Actually, I'm from Delhi. So I started my career as a music director first. I didn't know how to write songs at that time. I didn't know how to sing at that time. I started writing for people. Then I started singing and doing raps, a little bit of rap here and there. So at that time, I used to make tolak music, this Bhangra music a lot. So in this song, when I heard this melody, Paris ka trip legi, trip tu flip legi, mote mote sip legi, kya legi bol de. When I heard this first demo, and I said, he made it on hip hop. I said, this is not supposed to be on hip hop. We're gonna make it on tolak. He said, then you only can do it. So again, let me bring back the tolak. Lots of hip hop is happening, lots of urban sounds are happening. But I think this is the time to bring tolak as well, because we are Indians, basically, and we should not leave our traditional instruments at all. So that's why I bring up tolak. And this song is not actually in Punjabi. This song is in Hindi.
Yeah.
But we're singing in a Punjabi flow, and the whole treatment is very Punjabi.
Then please give us a few lines of Paris ka trip.
Paris ka trip legi, trip tu flip legi, mote mote sip legi, kya legi bol de, lambo lumbo kali legi, teri behn sali legi, सोने की दो नाली लेगी क्या लेगी बोल दे, डायमंड के फीट लेगी, मर्सिडीज सीट लेगी, मेरे जैसा ढीठ लेगी जो लेगी बोल दे, पेरिस का ट्रिप लेगी, ट्रिप तू फ्लिप लेगी, मोटे मोटे सिप लेगी क्या लेगी बोल दे.
How cool, how nice. That's the best song of the year, I must say. But, be it Milan Gaba for Paris Ka Trip or the other previous collaborations for such songs like Boom Boom, you've been collaborating a lot with new singers. When and how you became such a big risk taker?
कोई आर्टिस्ट बड़ा या छोटा नहीं होता पहली बात, कोई आर्टिस्ट कामयाब या नाकामयाब नहीं होता पहली बात. मुझे आर्टिस्ट जितना मर्जी अच्छा हो वो मैटर नहीं करता, इंसान में करंट चाहिए. अगर बहुत बेहतरीन सिंगर है, मेरे को उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं। अगर वो बहुत बेहतरीन सिंगर अपने घर पे होगा, अगर वो मेरे साथ बैठ के उसके अंदर जुनून नहीं है, करंट नहीं है मेरे बराबर का, तो मैं उसके साथ काम करना पसंद ही नहीं करूंगा। तो मैंने कोलैबोरेशन आज तक उन लोगों के साथ करी जिनमें करंट है, चाहे वो नामी लोग थे, चाहे वो नए लोग थे, चाहे वो जैजी भी थे, चाहे वो होमी दिल्ली वाला है।
You know, in June earlier this year, Mahesh Bhatt announced Illuminati,
Yeah.
which according to report is a web series. Now, Mahesh Bhatt has always been fascinated with reflecting stories from real life.
Yeah.
Are we going to see Yo Honey Singh's life unfolding on the screen?
No, no, no. It's not at all like that. I'm just a producer in it. और मेरी लाइफ से उस चीज का कोई लेना देना नहीं है, लेकिन एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टर है जो किसी तरह से, जो मेरा ऑन स्क्रीन कैरेक्टर है, जो पर्सनली मुझे लोग जानते हैं, वो जानते हैं कि मैं पर्सनली इंसान कुछ अलग हूँ जो मैं वीडियोस में दिखता हूँ। तो वो एक इंटरेस्टिंग सीरीज है जो बन रही है, जिस पर भी काम चल रहा है। लेट्स सी उस पर कैसे हम आगे चलते हैं। कुड़िए नी तेरे ब्राउन रंग ने मुंडे पट्टे नी सारे मेरे टाउन दे, कोई कम उत्ते जावे ना, रोटी पानी खावे ना, गोरी गोरी कुड़ियां नु कोई मुंह लावे ना।
Last time you said your hip hop doesn't have rap battles.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you like to party, you said, I remember.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
because you belong to this hip hop community, would you like to tell our viewers about this disc culture and how it impacts the hip hop scene in India?
That makes me laugh all the time when you watch that. You know what? Hip hop. What's the meaning of hip hop? Hip hop is a culture, how you live a life the way you want. It's not about music. It's not about rap. It's not about, and this culture has been started by black people in America. If you're following that culture and you want to rap like them, you want to follow that protocol of dissing, of doing rap battles, of doing ciphers, it's so wannabe. I'm also not a hip hop artist. मैंने भी ये नहीं कहूंगा कि मैंने हिप हॉप शुरू किया इंडिया में। मैंने एक्चुअली में इंडिया में अभी हिप हॉप शुरू ही नहीं हुआ। कोई ऐसा लड़का आए जो अपनी बात करे अपने तरीके से और रैप करे और सच्ची बात करे और अपनी गरीबी को ना बेचे और अपने बड़े सपनों को दिखाए और पूरा करे, बहुत कमी है। किसी को डिस ना करे, रैप बैटल में उसको अपने आप को साबित करने की जरूरत ना पड़े, वो होगा इंडिया का फर्स्ट हिप हॉप आर्टिस्ट। एंड आई गोना प्रोड्यूस दैट आर्टिस्ट। I gonna be Dre of India.
So, you know, which are the other Punjabi artists who are on your radar right now? Or whom are you listening to these days?
I listen to Shubh. He's a new boy from Brampton. अगर जो रैप कर रहे हैं लड़के इंडिया में, अगर उनमें से मैं चाहना चाहूँ तो मैं MUA के जो पुराने गाने हैं वो मैं सुनने बहुत पसंद करता हूँ। उसमें एक गाना है जंप कर, वो बहुत क्रेजी गाना है। वो मुझे बहुत, MUA में बहुत कैपेबिलिटीज हैं ऐसी कि जो हिंदुस्तान के हिप हॉप को शुरू कर पाए इसमें बड़े तरीके से।
Yo Honey Singh, thank you so much and happy Diwali.
Thank you, happy Diwali. हर पल मेरियां यादां विच वे तू, दिल दी गल मैं दस्सां ते दस्सां फिर किन्नू, तेरी मेरी तेरी एक जिंदड़ी वक्त दी, झूमू मैं नाचू मैं गाऊं के लिखूं तेरे लिए मैं क्या करूं, धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना, इस दिवाली पे पटाखे न जलाना।
So here we've come to the end of this show and wishing you all a very happy Diwali and a great festive time. Buy diyas also from the poor and spread the light of love, harmony, friendship. Celebrate the victory of all good over all evil. We see you next week. Till then, goodbye.